Well, hello racing fans, and welcome to our Gallop TV preview show for Thursday the 17th of April, where we race at the Vaal. And it's a busy afternoon at the Vaal. Lots of races on the go. Just having a look at what's on offer. The race meeting will begin sharply at 11:10. And with the 11 races carded, it will close off at 16:45. There will be 3 jackpots on the day, and we'll also have 2 bipots along with the place accumulator and of course the pick 6. Jackpot 1 will be in race number 1, jackpot 2 in race number 5, and jackpot 3, the last 4 races on the card, which will be in race number 8. The 2 bipots, race number 2 and race number 6. Well, unfortunately, Alistair Cohen is not on the line for this preview show. He is not well. And on behalf of the Gallop TV preview team, of course with yourself, the racing fans, we wish Alistair Cohen a speedy and complete recovery, and get well soon, my brother. And of course, we missed you on the show. But I will go through Alistair Cohen's selections that he's given throughout the race meeting. His bet of choice is the place accumulator that will begin in race number 3. But we'll give you his selections, throughout the place accumulator, and there's some thought process with the other races on the card. So let's get straight into it, and we'll begin in race number 1. Race number 1 is at 11:10, as I mentioned, as we bring up the field. It is the start of Jackpot 1. Jackpot 1 is a maiden plate over 1,200 meters, and the betting is like so. Again, we remind you to keep an eye on scratchings, declarations on race day. Number 1, Mizzen Sword at 33-10. Horse number 7 is Tintin from the Sean Terry stable, the first time at 7-1. 8, War of Kingdoms at 13-10. And then we got another first timer that's in the betting, number 12, Soho Heartthrob at 7-2. Doesn't form part of any of the major exotics, but for you, the valued racing fan, it's a jackpot. Jackpot 1 begins here in race number 1. So let's get straight into some of the declarations. I can tell you that number 3, Asian Delight, did run on the 15th of April, ran 9th, 7 lengths behind Calfoot. The Alamites are on. Number 4, Trip to States, the blinkers are on there. And then this horse, the first time, at number 12, Soho Heartthrob, races with the compression mass. Well, of the race runners, an absolute standout, I think, will be number 8, War of Kingdoms. Although the form line hasn't worked out with direct winners, Give Me a Storm has been a subsequent winner from that form line, and one had to be pleased with that introduction to racing. There will be plenty of natural improvement to come, and many will be looking towards this horse as a possible roving banker. I will just keep an eye on the betting with number 12, Soho Heartthrob, that's priced up at 7-2, a 700,000 Rand purchase, racing in the color of Dave Shaw, the son of Gimme the Green Light. And of course, Sean Terry's runner, Tintin, with Cabello Matsanyane off. Of the other runners, if I had to single out one, well, the obvious horse is the horse that's been fairly consistent in the maiden rank, called Mizzen Sword, number 1, with 8 places from 11 runs. But I think everything does point to number 1, War of Kingdoms, of the race runners, trading at around 13-10. And when you look at the first timers, number 12, Soho Heartthrob, and number 7, Tintin. Then on to the start of the bipot, which is race number 2 over 1,200 meters, a maiden plate for fillies and mares. And leg 1 of this bipot begins at 11:40. As we bring out the field, we'll give you the betting. Number 1, Trail Runner at 33-10. 2, Tipperary at 6-1. Number 3, Green Extreme at 4-1. We are awaiting a jockey on number 6, Misty Metal. And we go on to a scratching in number 11. That will take no part. 14, Blind Fire, is at 7-1, and 16, Red Amber, is at 8-1. We await a jockey on number 17, who also has a form update, ran 9-13 lengths behind Captain Salvi. So the bipot on Tuesday, the first leg of that bipot was an absolute blowout, and I think the bipot ended up paying in excess of 25,000 Rand. That first leg of the bipot on Tuesday, in that race, it was actually a quartet carryover, so it was a bomb result there. Here they're betting 33-10 the field. Just touching on the more fancied runners in the race. Number 1, Trail Runner for Sean Terry and Calvin Habib at around 33-10. That run over 1160 last time out when dropped in trip seemed to be one paced at the business end of the race, but I think she'll go well here, number 1 Trail Runner. 2 Tipperary has had many chances, but ultra consistent with 8 places from 15 runs to date. You'll have to have a look at for the bipod. Blue Quads from the stable of Fani Broncos, although beaten 9 lengths last time out, that form line has held up nicely. Number 3, Green Extreme for Lucky Hudalakis. Last time out, that was a good run behind the winner, Omnipotent. And I think Craig Zaki is having a wonderful run. He does top the jockey standings on the national jockey log and vying for a title. Number 3, Green Extreme, will be partnered by Craig Zaki, trading at around 4-1. And I like the look of this horse here, number 14, Blind Fire. Talking about jockeys at in form, Andrew Fortune had a good Tuesday up in Gauteng, having had 2 good winners and riding for Tony Peter here. Although well beaten 6.5 lengths, I think there's much more to come from this horse, number 14, Blind Fire, and that's trading at 7-1. And then 16, Red Amber, Fani Broncos runner, huge improvement from run 1 to run 2 at around 8-1, and Raymond Dennison engaged again as he was last time out with the filly. So this looks like a tricky start to the bipod. I think you'll certainly drop tickets regardless of the results. If I had to pick out 2 runners here that are decent prices, I think I'm going to go with number 14, Blind Fire, at 7-1, and horse number 16, Red Amber, at 8-1 as inclusions in all bets. 7-1 and 8-1 shots. But I think the horse that I will respect the most here will have to be number 1, Trail Runner, from the stable of Sean Terry. So that's race number 2, the start of the bipod. I mentioned that Alistair Cohen has given us a place accumulator as his choice of play, his selection for this race meeting. So 1400 meters of maiden plate, leg 1 of that place accumulator begins at 12:15. What Alistair Cohen has done here in leg number 1, he's gone with the banker. But let's bring up the field, have a look at the betting. Number 1 is trading at 4-1. That's Kabelo Matsinyana and Tyrone Zaki with Ichacha, who's been very, very costly to follow. Number 5, Crescendo, is at 4-1. Number 6, Molotov Cocktail, the first timer, is at 4-1. 8, Green Street at 11-10, and it's double figures, the balance. Well, this horse, Ichacha, I mentioned costly to follow, 5-2, 7-10, 7-10. 7-10 and 15-10. The horse has failed to deliver. Hasn't run badly, although his last start was, possibly, his worst run to date, considering what good form he was prior to that. But many will have a look at him for leg 1 of the place accumulator. But Alistair Cohen has gone with the banker here in leg number 1, and it's going to be number 8, Green Street, Sean Terry and Samanga Kumalo. And that last start, when back to 9-4, was a good second, just finding one better in Great Notion. That was over 1400 meters. The first time they stretched this filly, she ran well. She's drawn 1, and I think that he's on the mark here. A possible banker in the place accumulator, and he's gone all in with the 11-10 shot, number 8, Green Street, who's going to be his top choice. The dangers, well, number 5, Crescendo, and number 1, Ichacha. We move along to the next race, which is the start of the Pick 6, race number 4 at 12:50 over 1700 meters. And this Pick 6, I think, is worth a go. I know there's a lot of exotics to chase, but save some money for the Pick 6, which will begin at 12:50. The betting and the field, number 2 in Quenquezi is at 5-2. Number 3, Cape Saffron at 5-2. And another 5-2 shot in number 4, Arctic Silver, who has a form update, ran 4-2 lengths behind City Lights. Number 5, Flight Light at 8-1. Form update for number 6, Amber Light, 7th, 5 lengths behind City Lights. And then number 9, Lava Lamp, is at 8-1. So that's the betting. 2 runners for Alistair Cohen in the place accumulator. His numbers are going to be numbers 2 and 3. And 2 has come well, and he's had the last 2 runs over 14 and 1600 meters. The distance will be no issue with Kabelo Matsinyane up. And number 3, Cape Saffron. Well, you have to like the way she is coming along. She's been consistent. all over 1400 meters. She's drawn one and now going over a distance that could suit her ideally. This daughter of Vaal Alley, number 3, Cape Saffron. But the fixed odds betting market has this very tight with number 4, Arctic Silver. We'll have to keep an eye and see if this filly does race. Her last run on the 12th of April, I mentioned that form update, fought 2 lengths behind City Lights. I think that if she does take her place, she's worth having a second look at. So he's got numbers 2 and 3 for the place accumulator. It is the start of the pick 6. The horse that I wouldn't be leaving out is number 9, Lava Lamp. Robin Claessen's runner with Calvin Habib up. That wasn't the worst of debuts at any price. 6 lengths behind Satyagraha. So that's the runner that I'd like to include for the pick 6, number 9, Lava Lamp. But Alistair Gwang, numbers 2 and 3 in race number 4. Race number 5 will be Jackpot 2. I mentioned there's 3 jackpots on the go. Well, Jackpot 1 is in race number 1, Jackpot 2 in race number 5. This is over 1700 meters and it's a maiden plate. The shortest price favorite on the card comes up in race number 5, and it's number 1, The Ultimate King, Tony Peter, Andrew Fortune, 4 to 10. Number 2, 7th Fleet is at 7 to 1. Then we go on to number 5, Chieftain Shield at 7 to 1. 8 is a scratching. There will be adjustments. That was trading at around 6 to 1, so took down the betting prior to the scratching, and then it's double figures the balance. So we got 7 runners go to post, and this has to be a banker bet on the card, just on the lack of form with the raced runners. And he looks like he is beautifully placed here by the stable over the 1700 meter trip. Andrew Fortune, we mentioned, having a very good run, and the form lines of this horse has held up. The Ultimate King, the son of Vercingetorix, 3rd at his second start behind Chariot of Fire, and then last time out just finding one better when stretched over 1800 meters with Gavin Larena. 4 to 10 tells the story. I mentioned there will be adjustments after the run scratching of number 8. A banker in everything, race number 5. Number 1, The Ultimate King. Then on to race number 6, which will be the start of Bipod 2. Yes, there's 2 bipods on the go. Bipod 2, race number 6, so it'll be races 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. You're going to have to work that perm out. It's over 1600 meters. Number 1, Fully Loaded, 7 to 1. 2, Willow Express at 6 to 1. Number 4, Douglas Dragon at 8 to 1. 6 is scratched. 7, Save Space at 4 to 1. Horse number 9, Obsidian at 4 to 1. And 11, Gorilla Warfare at 4 to 1. 10 is also a scratching here. So what Alistair Cohen has done in this leg, let me double check that. Yes, he's gone with 3 runners, numbers 4, 7, and 8. 4 being Douglas Dragon, Mark Khan, and Jared Penny. Jared Penny has a nice record on this horse, winning twice on him from 7 rides, so 2 wins and 2 seconds for Jared Penny, who knows the horse well. He's also included number 7, Save Space, Tony Peter and Andrew Fortune. Keep an eye on this combination throughout the race meeting. Number 8, Laughing William gets his vote as well. So numbers 4, 7, and 8 for the place accumulator, Alistair Cohen. Just looking at the balance of the runners, a runner that I wouldn't be leaving out here with a nice galloping weight of 54.5 kgs from a draw 2 is going to be Gorilla Warfare with Muzi Yeni up. That last start behind After Hours, the stable companion was good, and the horse was backed from 7 to 2 into 33 to 10. I think this is a massive runner in the race, number 11, Gorilla Warfare. So for the pick 6, Bipod 2, whatever bet you are taking in the exotics, include number 11, Gorilla Warfare. Then we move along to race number 7, and we're going over 1400 meters. This is a middle stakes. We bring up the field. Number 1, Susan, is a scratching. Horse number 2, Captain of the Green at 8 to 1. 4, Presley at 5 to 1. 5, The Africa House at 4 to 1. 6, Happy Mo is at 5 to 1. Then we go on to number 7, Bob's Your Uncle, which is trading at 28 to 10, and 11, Open Highway at 7 to 1. Alistair, given his numbers for race number 7, for the place accumulator, he's gone numbers 6 and 7. 6, Happy Mo, Kumalo up 54 kgs, and he's also included number 7, Bob's Your Uncle. Zaki and Hugalakos will team up with this 4-time winner who has got some solid form over the distance. but yet to win over the course and distance. But on his recent form, he looks like an obvious choice, also carrying 54 kg. So Alistair going number 6 and 7 here. I will give you a comment on number 2, Captain of the Green. I mentioned when he took his place in the Grand Heritage, it wasn't the ideal race for him. He then ran on the 18th of January over 1,800 meters. For me, that was a fair run when finding a lot of betting support. And then last time out, that run was just too close for him, 8 days apart. It didn't suit him. He ran accordingly, and he was just eased out of the race. Something misreported there. They've given him some time horse. He's a talented horse, number 2, Captain of the Green. He could come out racing fresh. So my suggestion at around 8-1 with a jockey that's got a very good record in him to include in everything. Number 2, Captain of the Green at around 8-1. So along with Alistair Cohen's numbers 6 and 7, I think for the pick 6, you're going to have to consider number 2, Captain of the Green, horse number 4, Presley, and number 5, the Africa House, who's threatening strongly to get that 3rd career win. We move along to race number 8. Races 8, 9, and 10 will be, 8, 9, 10, and 11 will be the last jackpot on the card. It's jackpot 3. It'll begin at 15:05. Plenty of exotics on this Thursday, and you can end off your day on a high if you manage to get the combination right for jackpot 3. 1,200 meters the distance. We bring up the field. Lots of scratchings here. Numbers 2, 6, 7, and 9 are out. 2, 6, 7, and 9 are out. There will be adjustments to the betting. I'll just give you the betting prior to the scratchings. Number 4, Night Vigil at 3-1. 5, Miss Leah at 7-2. Number 8, Kindred Heart at 7-2. And horse number 11, Calantha, is at 4-1. Mr. Cohen has gone with the banker in his place accumulator in race number 8 with number 4, Night Vigil, who's done very little, or one could say nothing wrong since joining the Stuart Pettigrew stable. 3 starts for 2 victories, banging the Bohemian last time out, beating One Fell Scoop. And I think that she could continue a good form for the new stable of Stuart Pettigrew after joining the yard from the Western Cape. And after her last win, she made you sit up and take notice on the way she won that race. She's built with natural pace and speed, and I think that Alistair Cohen could be on the mark with her being a place accumulator banker. However, there are 2 runners that I really like here for jackpot 3. Number 8, Kindred Heart, for Brett and James Crawford, with 53.5 kgs on her back. The way she won last time out, I think she's very capable of following up. And then Calantha for Matthew and Mike de Kock will race with the tongue tie on. She's got a very low weight of 52.5 kgs, and I suspect that against this type of field, knowing the company that she kept at her last, 2 runs have been some competitive races, this looks like the right type of field for her, carrying 52.5 kgs, number 11, Calantha. So while Alistair Cohen goes with the banker in the PA with number 4, Night Vigil, number 8, Kindred Heart, 11, Calantha are the 2 horses that I'll consider for jackpot 3. Race number 9 next is over 1,200 meters. It's a fillies and mares 82 handicap, and it'll be the last pick 3 on the card. We bring up the field, have a look at the betting. Number 3, Alabama Anna at 8-1. Horse number 5, Exceedingly Glam at 4-1. 6, Maverick Queen at 5-1. Then we got number 8, It's a Way at 6-1. 9, Cars Big as Bars is at 5-2. 10, Lady of Arc is at 8-1. And it's double figures the balance. Well, it looks like a race where you need to include as many horses as possible, especially for the exotics. I think with that banker earlier on in the exotics, the 4-10 shot that Andrew Fortune is on, that looks the banker, and it'll minimize the cost of the perm in race number 5 called the Ultimate King. You've got some leeway, you got some spend here in race number 9 to possibly multiply your perm out, sit back, relax, and be confident that you're going to catch it in whatever bets you are running. Alistair Cohen has gone 2 for 6 runners in a place accumulator. Tells you what he thinks of the race. We're just going to read out his numbers. Number 3, Alabama Anna, Danielson and Houdalarcus. He's also included number 5, Exceedingly Graham, Sean Terry and Craig Saki. Horse number 6, Maverick Queen, gets the nod. 8, It's Her Way, Robin Klaasen and Caden Brewer, including the horse number 9, Car Big as Bars. Well, it all depends on her fitness. She's been off since November 2024. She was in excellent form on a hat-trick, and this is a sprint trip. The Tony Peter Yard can ready them up coming off a layoff, so keep an eye on the betting with number 9, Cars and Bars. Then number 10, Lady of Arc, gets the vote. So he's gone 6 runners in the PA, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10. And if you're going 6 runners in a field of 13 runners, well, those could be the 6 runners that you want to include in the pick 6 and the jackpot 3 as well. But if it's more than 6, well, play to the rule, more than half the field, include the field. We now in the final stretch of the race meeting as we on to race number 10. It's over 1,200 meters, a divided handicap for fillies and mares. And this is the way they have them. Number 1, Hong Kong, that's at 2-1. A horse that's had valid excuses for some of his misses. Number 1, Hong Kong, Andrew Fortune and Tony Peter. Number 2, Golden Moment, is at 11-2. 5, Juniper Green at 11-2. 6, One Party at 5-1. 7, Flight of a Condo at 8-1. And it's double figures, the balance. Well, I'm firmly in the camp of this horse, Hong Kong. On what I've seen to date, I know he's not going to retire a one-time winner. His last start behind Frozen Fantasy, that mouth injury must have been uncomfortable for him, for her, should I say. And she still ran a very good race. Number 1, Hong Kong, with Andrew Fortune up. And I think that she will go well against this type of field. Just having a look at the opposition that she takes on here, carrying the 60 kgs. There is some form to work around amongst a few of the runners. Number 3, Golden Moment. 5, Juniper Green. Horse number 6, One Party. And even number 7, Flight of a Condor. Those look to be lively challenges and dangers. But I'm going to go all in here, race number 10. If you're looking for a banker in jackpot 3, this filly gets my vote. Andrew Fortune and Tony Peter. I keep reminding you about this combination throughout the race meeting, and if things go to plan, they could have a wonderful day together. Race 10, number 1, Hong Kong, going to be a banker in jackpot 3. And then we close off the meeting in race number 11. It's over 1,000 meters, a merit rated 80 handicap to close things off. Let's have a look at the field. Number 1, Rock of Bismentova. I'll mention this because I see the races with the steel shoes now. That's the declaration. Number 4, Virgin River, is at 7-2. 5, Tiger Storm, is at 9-2. 7, Kinshasa at 9-2. And 9, Phantom Express, is trading at 6-1. Horse number 12, Impact Investor, is at 7-1. Well, how are you going to close things off? Well, on Tuesday, Muziani had 2 winners, so did Andrew Fortune, Calvin Habib, and Malesere Kachedi also had 2 winners. I mentioned Malesere because, if you can recall, I think it was at his penultimate start where I did a preview with Alistair Cohen, and I mentioned that around, big price, the horse could run well, and he did run on to finish 4th behind Vaal Park. Last time out was a bit one-paced over that 1,200 meter trip at the Turfentine inside track. But the one thing is clearly noticeable about number 9 in Kandla Gold is that 3 wins, and all 3 wins have been over the course and distance. And I like the fact that Malesere, who hasn't yet won on the horse 4 tries, gets the ride again because he was in excellent form on Tuesday in Gauteng, having had 2 winners, as I mentioned. And I'm hoping that back over his favorite course and distance, number 8 in Kandla Gold, at 25-1 in the betting, could be major value. So that's going to be the big value for me in race number 11, number 8 in Kandla Gold. But how confident can you be with horses like Virgin River in the race? She's in good form. Tiger Storm, you're going to get an honest run from him. And a horse like Phantom Express from the Paul Matchett stable, that last start was a very good run behind Virgin River. Even Kinshasa, number 7 for Lucky Udalakis at around 9-2, could come into play as well. So it's a tricky race. It's a nice quartet race to close off the day. But let's go each way to end things off on a high, an absolute high with a 25-1 shot, number 8 in Kandla Gold as an each way selection. And that's a wrap of the 11 races. We'll bring up Alistair Cohen's suggested bet now for the race meeting, and I mentioned to you that it is going to be the place accumulator that kicks off in race number 3. So this is Alistair Cohen's perm that is up on screen. He's got race number 3, banker number 8, first leg. Then numbers 2 and 3 bar 1 a banker, bar 4, 7, 8, bar 6 and 7, bar 4, and he doesn't trust race number 9 where he's included 6 runners, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9 and 10. So if we multiply that per mile, it'll be 2 times 3, which is 6, 6 times 2, which is 12, and 12 times 2, 4, 6. That will give you 72 rand. Yep, that is it. 72 rand is the cost of that perm, and I think if he's running in that last leg, he'll be hoping to possibly treble up. And thanks, Alistair, for your selections and sending them through. We know that you are not feeling well, and again, we wish you a speedy and complete recovery. To you, the value racing fan, there's lots to play for on this Thursday. 11 races on the go, 3 jackpots, 2 bipods, a place accumulator, and of course the pick 6. And along with that will be all the pick 3s that are on offer on the day. And if you are playing on this Thursday, have a blast. Find all the winners, and hopefully it turns out to be a wonderful day for you, the valued racing fan. For Alistair Cohen, for Gallop TV, and for myself, Dees Dine, until we meet again, you take care. Salaniga Ashley.